Hello, my dear students, and welcome to today's lesson. Listening for grade 9, module 10, lesson D, students book page 112. Let's get started. Let's start with the learning objectives. Students will be able to, number 1, talk about a problem and how to solve it. Number 2, get the main problem a person has after listening to a conversation. Number 3, identify the advice each person gives to their friend after listening to a conversation. Here we are going to learn some words and expressions. Look at this picture. What is this woman trying to do? Persuade. To make someone decide to do something by giving them reasons to do it. For example, she's trying to persuade her boss to start a new project. The next one, get over. To become better after something has made you unhappy. For example, he is disappointed, but he will get over it. Look here. Make the first move. To be the person who starts to do something when someone else is too nervous, embarrassed, etc. to do it. For example, Ali was waiting for his friend to make the first move. This is the last one. Build one's confidence. Means believe in yourself or your abilities. For example, my teacher helped me to build my confidence. Now go to your student's book, page 112. 1. Listen. Exercise A. Discuss. As you see here, we have 3 questions. Let's read them. Number 1. What kind of problems do you have with your family and friends? Number 2. How do you solve these problems? Number 3. Who do you turn to when you need advice? Look at these 2 pictures. They may help you to answer these questions. Now pause the video for 2 minutes, then think and answer these questions. Now let's check your answers. Here we have some suggested answers for you. You can compare them with your answers. For number 1, I don't often fight with my family, but when I do, it's usually about where to go on holiday. Or, I sometimes fight with my friends about where to go out. For question number 2, the answer is, we talk about them and try to find solutions. Number 3, I turn to my parents, or my brother, or my sister, or my friend. Okay, my students, let's move to exercise B in the student's book, page 112. Here we are going to listen to the first part of a conversation. Tanya is describing a problem she has to some friends. What is Tanya's main problem? As you see here, we have 3 options. A. Tanya wasn't accepted to university. B. Tanya's cousin is jealous of her because she was accepted to university. C. Tanya is having difficulty persuading her cousin to apply to a different university. Now let's listen, then check your answers.
10D. 1. Listen. B. Listen to the first part of a conversation. Tanya is describing a problem she has to some friends. What is Tanya's main problem?
Hey girls, I have a problem and I'd really like some advice. Do you think you can help?
Sure, what is it?
You all know that I was accepted at West Hill University, right? Well, I'm very excited because I've heard so many good things about this university. But my cousin Vicky, who also applied, wasn't accepted, unfortunately. She was very disappointed when she found out, and ever since, she's been acting really weird. It's like she's not happy for me, you know. We keep arguing over little things. What am I supposed to do? Not accept? It's not my fault she wasn't accepted, is it? Anyway, the other day we had another big argument, and now she's not talking to me. I've tried calling, but she doesn't answer. What should I do? I don't want to lose her friendship because she's not only my cousin, but also a very good friend.
Okay, my students, what is Tanya's main problem? Excellent, my students. It's B. Now, can you find a clue from this conversation to justify your answer? Very good, my students. It's here in this part. Let's listen.
But my cousin Vicky, who also applied, wasn't accepted, unfortunately. She was very disappointed when she found out, and ever since, she's been acting really weird. It's like she's not happy for me, you know.
Okay, my dear students, let's go to exercise D in the student's book, page 112. Now listen to the second part of the conversation. 3 of Tanya's friends are giving her advice. Match each person with the statements below. There is one extra statement which you do not need to use. As you see here, we have 3 of Tanya's friends, Maria, Kelly, and Jill. And here we have 4 statements of advice. Now pause the video for 1 minute to read these statements. Okay, my students, now let's listen.
D. Now listen to the second part of the conversation. 3 of Tanya's friends are giving her advice. Match each person with the statements below. There is one extra statement which you do not need to use.
So, Maria, what do you think I should do?
It's a difficult one. Obviously, she's very jealous and doesn't really know how to react. If I were you, I'd wait for her to calm down first. When she starts talking to you again, I'd sit down and discuss the problem with her. It would be a good idea to make her understand that she isn't useless. It's not the end of the world. Remind her of the things she's good at and her positive qualities. Another thing you can do is help her look for different universities to apply to. That will show her that you care.
I do care. What do you think, Kelly?
Well, I disagree. It's not your problem to sort out. She shouldn't make you feel down. You were accepted, and everyone should be happy for you. Okay, she's upset and everything, but she should do something about it so that she starts feeling better for herself. I agree that she probably needs some time to calm down, but I don't think you should be the one to try to get close to her first. Let her come and talk to you in her own time. Meanwhile, don't worry about it too much. I think she just needs some time.
Maybe you're right. What about you, Jill? What do you think?
I understand what you're going through. You want to be happy, but you can't because you know Vicky is so down. I don't think you should be hard on her, though. It's a very difficult thing to deal with. If I were you, I'd buy her a present and go over to her house. If she's a real friend, you'll have a nice long talk and everything will be back to normal. Perhaps you could ask her if the situation was the other way around, how she would react. That might make her see things differently.
Thanks. I'm so glad I have you all to turn to.
Now let's check your answers. What is Maria's advice? Excellent, my students. It's D. Help your cousin to build her confidence. Now, can you find a clue to justify this answer? Excellent, my students. It's in this part. The second one. What is Kelly's advice? Very good. It's C. Wait for your cousin to make the first move. Can you justify this answer? Excellent. It's in this part. The last one. What is Jill's advice? It's A. Be nice to your cousin and she will get over it. Can you justify this answer? That's right. It's in this part. This is the last task in our lesson today. What advice would you give to Tanya, and why? Pause the video for 2 minutes, think, then answer. To do your homework, log on to your Microsoft Teams account and do the quiz. You have 24 hours only. Thank you, my dear students, and goodbye.